All right, yeah. I'm Marek. I am our scouting lead, and I'm joined also by Sean, who's
Hello, I'm on and scouting team.
all right.
Excellent. And we see your presentation.
All right, awesome. So we wanted to at the start we did a big scouting meeting where we talked about what do we want to cover with our scouting data? What's some extra stuff that we might want to have? And one of those things was a shot chart. We wanted to see, oh, where our team's shooting from, how can we either a change our like scout or shooting position, or how can we use that to our advantage? And using Rapid Miner, we were able to develop a shot chart that had a ton of these, that had all the data we needed to like select through different teams to see different shooting patterns, or just like an overall shooting accuracy map. So first we talking about our app. It's really simple. That's kind of a thing that we wanted to go with our scouting. We just kind of make it as simple as possible. So for example, in the teleop section, whenever someone would click speaker scored, there would be this little pop up, and you would just click with your finger wherever you'd want to, wherever they shot. And that made something that looked like this, which the green dots are shots made, red dots are shots missed. And this is a week one event, but we can see where the yeah, it was very like where accuracy sort of fell off as teams shot a lot closer to here. There's a mess of green dots, and a further out here. And so here was one of ours. So this was just us. We picked a singular shot location, and because of that, we made every single shot that we took from this shooting location. Another team which had a pivoting shooter. Oops. Um, they took more shots from the outside. We can actually see the border of the approximate stage. And this team, being less likely to like conflict with our location, would have been a great alliance partner for us. And you can also see, however, out here they would have some accuracy issues. So yeah. So this shot chart helped us. We could identify teams that accurate that didn't show us just based on like a number, like, oh, if it says 89% accuracy, well, how close is that accuracy to like shooting position? Shooting well from distance, so it wouldn't interfere with where we shot, and then that C matches there. But this also helped us make design decisions. So going from week one to week three, which are our two events, we were considering adding a pivoting shooter onto our robot. Yet knowing that because of our shooting position, we were incredibly accurate and made almost every shot, we decided against it, just staying with a static shooter to just to yeah to score. And because of this, we actually kept the same shooting position up until Worlds, so it was very successful.
Hello, I'm Sean. You met me like 5 minutes earlier. I'm gonna go over what we plan to do with using this software of data mining and applications that you can also do, what that our team's gonna do next year. So currently, what we did that when we weren't using the software compared to now we're using software is that we have these things in our current data, and I'm not gonna go over all of them, but it makes it where your sources of data aren't that reliable, such as the easy event soldier or the statbotics. And when you have your own data, it's much more reliable because you are doing it on the day of the competition. Uh, Manually comparing and such is speed, and especially if you've been to a robotics competition, the alliance selections are very short, and you could really make sure that you know your correct alliance, because getting the better alliance is arguably better than having a better robot. But when we're going to use this software for our next year, we plan to do more data visualization. So we plan, and then there's a lot to do with the machine learning aspect of the software. And by this, we want to not only look at the raking points, but we want to look at the quality of the robot and every match. How are they communicating with other people, and what strategies are they using? And we want to get this printed out and possibly even send it to other teams, not having to walk towards them and find where they are in this huge convention, like in Worlds and States, to really quickly analyze this data and to make sure that they're on track with us as want to be our alliance partners or not. So as discussed, we can get the data from the scouting app using the Bluetooth connection, but we really want to use that real-time analysis you can quickly get for optimal strategy, and it strengthens your ability to find alliance members, which is the biggest thing in FIRST Robotics you want to look out for. Also, I would like to add that as a programming aspect, a lot of mathematics and data can be used for programming, and from working on the PID of the robots, doing it by hand was a very tough time, and it did take time out of working on the robot that could have been used to repair it or could have been used to make it more structurally sound. So having this real-time analysis, it is a really big benefit, even if you're not doing scouting, even if you're just trying to build a robot or do programming. So that brings us to our conclusion, where we would all like to thank Altair for this support and the opportunity of using this software, and it has truly helped us for this first robotics season.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Actually, as Eric mentioned there, when I saw this presentation, I was impressed. I said, yeah, that perfect example how you can again get data, use it effectively, help your team be more successful, pair up with other teams in other ways you didn't think about, not do changes you were thinking of doing. So all that really more successful, saves time, and allows you to, a better chance of winning. So yeah, fantastic. Well, I have a question or two. Let's open it up to the others here. And I see there are some questions. And just because, Ben, alphabetically you're near the top, you get to go first, Ben. What question do you have?
With the use of the RapidMiner software, do you feel like the process of coding and creating your scouting app was optimized, or it was easier to create faster?
So we didn't really use RapidMiner for the scouting app. That was something that was made prior.
Okay, cool.
Great. Jim, Ryan, I think you had your hand up earlier.
I did. Thanks, Darius. Great job, guys. This was amazing. Very impressive work. Tell me again, please, where the source data came from? How did you figure out where the other teams shot from?
So yeah, on our scouting app, we had, and I went over this a little, we had whenever someone would click the speaker scored or speaker failed, it opened up a little pop-up with a half field or a half image of the field. And basically they would just tap on the point where they shot, and that would be where it was scored from.
Thank you. And is that a homegrown app that you use for that, or is that
Yes, we made our own app.
Wow, very impressive. You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
So, I thought I saw their hand up, but it went away. But if whoever had their hand up, you can put up again. But I do have a question. So you used RapidMiner here, but did you first investigate with another tool and did that not work well, or you just thought this was a good use for RapidMiner right away and jumped right to it?
So yeah, a lot of our other stuff is we use Google Sheets just because of simplicity. But on Google Sheets, we were actually having a hard time making the shot chart work without it being overly messy, and it didn't really allow us to see the differences between scored and missed, which was a really big advantage for the shot chart with RapidMiner.
Excellent. Okay, good. And again, you did what looks like complicated work here. How did you learn RapidMiner? Did you just follow the examples that we have on our website, or did you look at the other tutorials we had, or could you explain how you got up to speed with RapidMiner?
So yeah, I did use some of the tutorials on RapidMiner, but a lot of it came from just me messing around and seeing what I could create. And honestly, that just having that like freedom to have a bunch of different visualization tools, like for example, the scatter plot was incredibly helpful. Even if it wasn't used as like a normal scatter plot, having it being able to use like as a coordinate plane with the different axes acting as the X and Y was just incredibly helpful.
Yeah, and again, that's the case where if you do have issues with it, our tools, the forum, as Eric showed, is one place to post it, and then even reaching out to us, we can help out in those particular cases there too. But yeah, it's a there's a lot of online help built into the tool, and so we've been we also use this in thousands of colleges use it, and we. Relatively speaking, there's low support level. All right, Jim, I see your hand up again.
Yeah, kind of a half question, half comment. Sean's point about the time between the matches being so short and having to make these decisions very quickly, I think highlights what you guys have done to be able to get the turnaround time fast enough to make these decisions useful, right? If it takes too long to get the data and get it organized and analyzed, then the window of opportunity will have passed. So
Right.
Again, kudos to you guys for finding a way to get this done faster.
Thank you.
That seems like a common and important problem that all teams would face, right? I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. I wanted to see if anybody else has any questions for Mark and Sean of the Eagle Evolution team.